everyone! Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, hooray! And that means that we are doing our lunch break live stream, which means we are jumping into working on the commissioned Strahd miniature set that I was hired to do, and I'm very excited to get moving on. And why does this do this music? So I have the music going. If it gets to be too loud, let me know. I try not to make it too loud. We shall see. But we already have some lovely people in the chat. I saw Ravenwolf Games. I saw Queen's Budget Crafts. We have Elftheria in there. We have Viper in there as well. So hi, everyone. And if you're kind of lurking and you haven't said hello yet, that's okay too. You don't have to participate in the chat. You can just enjoy our crazy quirkiness as we go along. Totally okay. So what I am going to do is I'm going to first show you how Nightmare finally came out, because he was almost done. There's just a couple things left. Oh, and by the way, I have my camera back. This is my camera. This is my... Nerd is Dave and I exchanged our cameras on Friday, and we were laughing. We're like, this feels so clandestine, because he's handing me my camera, I'm handing his. And hello, Nicholas! And so here we have Nightmare all said and done. The hooves did need 2 coats of that brushed black metal that was from Folk Art, but I very much like how that came out. I went in with the eyes, and I have another great, it's actually a color shift red metallic, again from Folk Art, but it has a touch of gold in it, which I thought would be pretty appropriate with the colors going on with Nightmare. So this is how Nightmare finally ended up turning out to be. Let me just fix the camera here. So that... He's pretty much done. I'm going to seal everything once it's all fully assembled. I didn't want to seal now, and then we have a build-up issue. So he's going to go into a knife-safe spot and make sure he's protected and all that loveliness. And hello, Peter, and hello, Akile, and hello, Miguel! Thank you very much, buddy. Miguel's going to be at Mace. Just, you know, in case you're wondering, and you want to come and join us with Mace. Remember, Mace is in Charlotte, North Carolina, November 8th through 10th. I will be there, as will the other guild masters, and Danny and Miguel of our 3D printing sister guild will also be there as well. So please come join us. You can go to justusproductions.com to get all the information. Ding! I always feel that way whenever I do those plugs. So yes, this is Nightmare. I am super pleased with how he came out. He is my lovely, lovely fiery boy. So he's going to go into a nice safe spot. And for those of you who weren't here last week, this is the miniature set that I am working on that was sent to me. Again, this is being commissioned by actually one of my players from D&D in a Castle. He asked if I would paint these up for him, as well as I made sure I had the box by me this time. He's also asked me to do this one, Mad Maggie. She'll be coming up next. And then I have his, oh, I put it way up high. Shorty can't reach that. I have his custom created on Hero Forge Barbarian. So that'll be another thing I'll be painting. I'm not sure if that's going to happen on stream or not. But this is what I want to get working on. So we're going to be working on Strahd himself. Reason I didn't do Strahd last week is because of his sword. It's a stubborn sword. I did try to work with it some more. And you're going to... What? Hold on. Wait a minute. Miguel, you can't cosplay as me. That's going to get confusing. Actually, no. Feel free to cosplay as me. You can do the workshop and all the appearances and stuff, and then I can just enjoy going and playing games. Yeah, we'll do that at Mace. Yeah! Could you imagine? Hello, Danielle. Good to see you as well. So, the reason why I didn't do Strahd was because his sword was wonky. And I have tried even to the boiling water and the ice-cold freezing water. And it still went back to its memory of being slightly wonky. This is also a little bit more of a brittle plastic. So I don't want to play and manipulate this too much, and then, oops-a-daisy, something snaps, and then I'm really going to regret it. So I decided that we're just going to go ahead with Strahd and do with Strahd what we can do with Strahd and his interesting sword, which, if you go onto Twitter and you follow the Strahd account, I'm sure he would have a heyday with this little factoid. Hello, Jonathan. And what I did to get this going first is I took the gray primer from Vallejo's Game Line, primed him in that, and then I went in and did a wash with the Citadel Nuln Oil. Reason why I did it with this is because there are some very fine details on this miniature. I didn't go in and do my usual prime and black and then dry brush because I am trying to limit how many layers are going to go onto this guy, again, because there are some really little details. Pardon me. Hiccup. That are coming into play that I don't want to get too many layers of paint on. So I do this when there's more finite work that needs to be done. It still gives you a similar effect to what I'll do with my shadow layers, but it's one of those things where it's not as thick. It's not even that I paint on thick coats, but it helps cut back on what would be happening in terms of layers of paint. Now the other thing was, as I was looking at the box at his color scheme, and he's got like this bright blue coat, the shield on the back, it looks like they have it almost red. So I'm actually going to, I looked at the Curse of Strahd book, so I think I'm going to mimic more of the colors going on there, and those were things like purples and reds and blacks and grays. So I'm going to work with the cooler, darker tones for his, I know he looks like, he does look like he's dancing. And hello, Zach Meow, and hello, Opera Ghost. Thank you for jumping in. It's always good to see you. And I'm going to go and use those tones as well instead of doing these brighter colors that the original mini has. I just feel it'd be more appropriate, especially looking over Strahd in the book itself from Wizards of the Coast. So that being said, he's got a lot going on. We have this cloak with all these folds. Hooray, huzzah, I love it. I actually was debating, I don't think I'm going to do it now that I'm looking at it more closely. I was debating if the outside of the cape or cloak, whatever you want to call it, will be one color and the inside be another, but I think it's going to get to be too fussy, and I don't want to get fussy. Oh, thank you, Opera Ghost. Well, like I said, I always go and reference things, so looking at the photo on the front page and whatnot, it's definitely the cooler darkers, and I think that would be better. So I'm going to work on his inside outfit and go out is the plan, because the cape will be easy enough to do, and if I start painting the cape now and then work my way in, I'm going to raise the chances of the cape getting paint on it and then having to go back over. So we'll focus on working on the pants, then the boots, and then all of this stuff going on in here, which is going to be interesting. There will be times, for warning, I am pulling this out of screen so I can look more closely on my end. I did even grab this. My husband uses this. I don't so much, but there are definitely a couple points where I just am going to need to go in and get a better look. And that, holy fingerprints, Batman. It was perfectly clean and lovely. There is nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Pardon me. Pardon me while I polish my magnifying glass. That's not a euphemism, by the way, folks. So, going to be using this if needed, just to get a little bit of a closer look. It just doesn't translate quite as well on the camera as it will for me, but there's definitely some... Can I get it? There's a lot of itty-bittiness happening here. So, bear with me for that section. Cue house music. I love you guys like, he's dancing. He's going to be riding Nightmare once he's painted up. So, the one thing I found I'm kind of hung up on is I'm not quite sure, she says, I'm really not sure in terms of the color combinations that I want to establish. I know his pants are going to be a very dark gray. That is automatic. I'm going to grab somber gray for his pants. I knew that. The boots are a question mark. Do I want to make the boots like a dark brown? Like the smoky ink, I think it is. Or do I want to do black boots? What are we thinking? What sounds good? I don't know. This is the one thing I've been kind of waffling on with him, and it's funny because I love painting, but it's also, there's so many different options. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. Maybe this, maybe that. But essentially, where is it? Come here. Yeah. So it's one of those things. It's like, do I do the boots in smoky ink, or do I go straight up for the black? Hello, Mike. Thank you for joining us. Duke's theme from Escape from New York. Well, that's a lovely song. However, there's a thing called monetization, and if I've used the wrong music, YouTube does not like it very much, and they get a little feisty with demonetization. And someone else could actually make a dime off my video while I make not a thing, which drives me nuts. So I will keep it to my mix of downloadables from the YouTube Creator Studio, as well as my Techno Axe. Black boots are classy, says Miguel. All right, so black boots it is. That's literally how we're going to play this game. Hello, Puddin'! All right, so I am going to first start with a somber gray on the pants. Let's put him in frame. So somber gray on his pants. Then we're going to make the boots black. And then what I'm thinking is, that's just it. There is so much going on here. I'm kind of like, raw. So then his overcoat, I'm thinking make the overcoat red. And then the shirt vest right under here. It's so hard to see, but there's like a shirt waist vest. What are we calling these things? Kinky boots. Oh, that's a good one. I love kinky boots. That's a fun one to watch. And then I'll make that the shirt. I'm blanking on that word. I think it's the vest. We'll make the vest like a blue. And then I'm almost thinking go purple for the cape. Hot pink. Well, no, because that was not an option, Miguel. I would have said pick the two, black or smoky ink. So I'm thinking the cape I'm going to make a deep purple. I thought that could be good. Basically very rich and opulent colors because, you know, Strahd. And yeah, I think that'll be our approach, and the finer, minute details, that's going to be fun to hit. Hello, Killamore. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you in the chat as well. Who are my early birds? We had Raven Wolf, and Quinian, I believe. How soon were you guys in that chat? One of you was there an hour beforehand? Did I read that correctly? Because hello, that is dedication for sure. I mean, that was impressive. So let me see here. Strahd has a purple cape. That's okay. So Strahd has a purple cape. We're doing purple. Maybe that's why I was leaning towards purple, because it kept registering as purple. Yay! Mystery solved. So as I mentioned, I will be at Mace. So will Black Magic Crafts. So will the DMG Info. So will Lilacs Armory. So will the DM's Craft. Basically, Jeremy, Gareth, Bill, Scotty, and myself are all going to be there, along with some other great crafters in the community. Please, 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 if you're in the area, come and join us. We'd love to see you there. And then a month later, I'll be at PAX U, and it does look like I will have my 3 workshops for sure. We were hammering out those details earlier in terms of all the lovely supplies and whatnot. All right, so I'm going to go in with the boots, and then I'm going to do the pants, but that's the approach I'm going to go. So the workshops are definitely going to happen. The one workshop, let me fix camera here because that's kind of slightly not what I want it to be. That's better. So the workshops, the one on Sunday is going to be a parent and child theme workshop where basically I'm going to teach them how to start painting miniatures. And WizKids, they're being absolute dolls, and they're providing me with the miniatures, and we're going to be painting one of their wormling miniatures on the treasure hoard, which that's part of their wave 10 grouping, and I'm super excited for that. Oh, and then Mike will also be there as well for Mace. That's good to see. And then for the 2 workshops, it's basically the same workshop offered twice, because last year the one I had, that sold out quickly, and we still had people waiting in line for no-shows, and I think it was like 15 people deep for the people waiting for no-shows. So discussing it with the coordinator, this needs to be angled more so I can see more. Hold on. So we're going to do it where I offer it twice. So there's going to be one on Friday, 5:30 to 7. Yes. And then Saturday is 2:30 to 4. And the Sunday one, I believe, is 1:30 to 3. But because I'm offering it twice, that hopefully increases the chances for those attending who want to take the class to be able to get in. And I believe that the idea of doing sort of a peanut gallery is also in there, so people could watch. If they can't participate in the actual making of it, they can watch it. So we'll see how that all pans out. I will update you as I get more information in that respect. So those are the 3 workshops. I'm also going to be doing potentially 3 panels. So I am going to be very busy at PAX. However, that doesn't mean if you see me, don't stop me to say hello, because I always love meeting and greeting and saying hi to everyone. Hopefully I will still have some of my Crafting Muse D6, because I love bringing those with me to conventions and handing them out. So keep an eye out for me for that. And if you say hello to me and I am chatting with you, please make sure to mention it's like, hey, I see you on the live stream. Hey, could I get a die? And remind me if I'm blanking, because that's one of those things where sometimes I remember and sometimes I just get so caught up in meeting the people, I blank. So yeah, hopefully I will still have some of those. My patrons, I am keeping a few of these in reserve for you. You'll be getting those as your holiday little treat from me, all of my current patrons. So it's the patrons who are in and have been in for the long haul. It's going to be one of those things where you have to be an active patron to get this gift. Keep that in mind. Oh God, Mac Attack. That's a good question. Recording at conventions is a headache and a half. I tried to do it last year. Issue became setup. I don't have much time to get myself set up for the workshop itself. I think I had like a half hour between my workshop and the one before me. That alone can eat up the setup time for the video recording equipment. So honestly, I don't think I'm going to be, because of how hectic it already is just trying to get myself going for the workshop itself. Same thing for the panels. Some people who host the panels, yes, they will record it. Others decide or opt out of doing it. Some of the venues, they will provide the need to record, no problem. Others, they don't invest in it. So in terms of will things be recorded, that's always so up in the air. For myself, personally, workshops, I just won't have the time and the turnaround ability to get it recorded as I'd like it to be recorded. But that's a good question, Mac Attack. It's a very fair question. Hello, Dungeon Matron. Thank you for joining. I promised Mel to bring Cadbury eggs to the event just in case I run into him. Well, that's cool, Quinian. So don't bring me chocolate. I can't have chocolate. Too many things with chocolate have a lot of dairy in it, and I can't do cow's milk. Basically, if it moves, I can't have it. Rope and Avant, it's easier said than done, Mac Attack. I know people would enjoy to see it, but when I say it's hectic and the turnaround is insane, it really is. And, you know, as nice as it would be, I want to be sure that I can focus on preparing myself for the people who are coming in to have this workshop done for them. I don't want them to feel like I'm harried between trying to teach the class, but also trying to make sure that the recording is happening. Unless it's someone else I know who is a chronic streamer and knows how to use the equipment back of their hand type of situation, I really don't feel comfortable taking that on and having someone try and hit the play button. Because God forbid something hiccups and then it's like, oh, hey, V, this stopped working. Then that starts dividing my attention. And I'd really much rather not do that to those who are attending, because that's not fair to them. And I'm almost done with this one boot. There are these movies that I want to watch now. I want to watch Kinky Boots again, because that's just a fun one. Also had Nightmare Before Christmas stuck in my head, something awful, because, you know, your girl loves herself a good Halloween. And I am going to a Halloween party! Huzzah! Dark chocolate, I can do like the 85 to 90%, 95% dark chocolate. Yeah, that I can do. It's the milk chocolate. You know, if it has the word milk chocolate in there, not good for me. White chocolate, forget it. All right, so here we go with Das Boots. Yeah, Miguel, I like the black. Black was a good call. All right, so we have the boots painted up. Yum. All right, let's move on to the pants. The workshops, right? And I spoke about the panels. So it's going to be a 3-in-3 spread, theoretically. And then, I have been talking with the coordinator at Kobold. And obviously, since I'm making this terrain for them, and one of their DMs on the channel, hello, I am going to try and stop by the Kobold press booth. I'm not sure which day or for how terribly long, but I am hoping to get over there and at least say hello and say hi to people and all that loveliness. Possibly Dan, Dylan, and I might go together type of thing, so you get both of the DMs for the Kobold press Twitch channel there, so you can say hi to us and all that loveliness. We'll see. We shall see. It's just one of those things where there's a lot happening for me at PAX. I am not complaining. I am thrilled about it. It just means I get to see more people, and that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. So that was the black. Now I'm going to jump over to Sombre Gray. Oh my god, I love having my camera back. These little things make me very happy. Oh, thank you. You don't have to. It's very sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you. Really, thank you very much. So yeah, Just if you see me, I also walk quickly. It is just the nature of how I walk. I will zip along. Really, because most of my friends are so much taller than I am, I have to walk quickly to keep up with them. Hi, Mia! So if you see me and I'm like in zoomy mode, like just zoom, please stop and say hello. I will be honest with you. I'll say, oh my gosh, so good to see you, but I need to get to, you come walk along with me or that type of thing. I'll be very upfront and transparent about that. But chances are very good I'm just simply walking. Yes, I got my camera back, Opera Ghost. Oh my gosh, I plugged it in and I only had to fix the white balance. That's how I knew it was mine. Because using Nerdarchist Dave's camera, pardon me, every single time I went to use it, I had to go back to the settings and it reset itself and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I'm a much happier girl now because I've got it back. He's a good thing. So that's the story with PAX. And I don't know. PAX just has this fantastic sort of, it's a wonderful convention. It also sort of has like a family reunion type feel to it, which is lovely, especially for those who are streamers and play online and everything like that. Like really, it's wonderful just to be able to touch base with everyone. And it has this lovely, unique quality of being, it's not quiet. Quiet's not the right word. It's congenial. Everyone's just there to have fun. So it's one of those things where it's definitely going to be one of those conventions that will always and forever, unless something really gets wonky, will be on my list of to-go-tos. And that's the other thing I need to sit down and do, believe it or not. I need to sit down and figure out my 2020, where am I going? Hello, Bruce! Bruce! It has nothing to do with being a mom. Like I have always been a fast walker. Like zing, there I go. Woman on a mission. I joke. I'm like the little Chihuahua walking along with all the Great Danes. Is really what it is. Relaxed too. It has more of a relaxed feeling, Quinian. Yes. So, if you're in that Philadelphia area or you have the means to trek out to Philadelphia, consider it. That's definitely one of those conventions. I will stick my neck out and say, I recommend this convention. I'm not getting paid to say that. Not sponsored, YouTube. Definitely not sponsored. But that is my 2 cents on PAX Unplugged. PAX East is good too. That I need to see how that's going to work out in relation to Emerald City Comic-Con, because that is one that that is one I'm going to try and get out to. I already have the hotel room booked. I need to book the flights, all that loveliness. So I do want to try and get more West Coast if possible this coming year. That's kind of my goal for 2020 is at least get one West Coast, which is why Emerald's out there. I will be doing Gen Con again, so that's in August. Like I said, I'm going to be at the castle. I will be doing PAX Unplugged. So there's already things stacking up towards the end of 2020. I'm trying to figure out a good way to angle this so you can see. It's more the, how am I supposed to get to you? Oh, there we go. It's more the winter, early spring, where I need to really check and see what's happening. Origins might be a possibility because, again, the castle's happening in September this year, or 2020. So because of that, it's able to clear up or open up my June, which is when Origins usually happens. A lot of that's also going to depend on who's going and all that. It's not PAX East? What do you mean? The PAX East, I need to see if it falls around the same time as the Emerald City one. If there's enough space and time between the two, then I would love to consider going to both. And again, it also comes to finances. I love going to these things, but it's a chunk of change to go. So we will see. And it may even come into play where I'm working with Kobold again, and they want me to be at certain conventions as well. So absolutely nothing official on that one, but you know, it was something broached where would I consider, so on and so forth. So we'll see what happens for 2020. Which, oh, did you see that joke that someone needs to have Barbara Walters do the ball drop this year so she can say, this is 2020. I think that'd be hysterical. Yeah, it's, you know, it's, do what you can do. Do what you can do to get to the conventions you want to get to. I'm happy to share which ones I'm planning on going to so that you can coordinate if you want to, or at least know. No. PAX East is in Boston. PAX Unplugged is in Philly. They're two separate conventions. PAX East happens like mid-spring, I want to say. It was like end of March this past year. PAX Unplugged happens in Philly right after Thanksgiving, before the Christmas season type of thing. Actually, it's December this year. First weekend of December. So, yeah, they're two separate things. PAX has a whole bunch of different conventions in different areas. You have PAX South, PAX West, PAX East, PAX Unplugged, so on and so forth. So, I want to get that, but it's an awkward angle. So yeah, that's what's brewing so far. ... I will have to see where it all goes. I'm sorry, I had to pull that out of frame, I have to pull this out of frame. There is absolutely no way I can get there without pulling this in close. Like, this is like super duper close for me. So yeah, that is what I have concept-wise starting. Oh yeah, there was just no way I was going to hit this trying to get it under the camera. Forgive, but there we go. Got his butt. So there we go with the somber gray pants. He is going to get another wash with a Nuln oil. So I'm not concerned that these look like a brighter gray. They are going to drop down. Well, speak of the devil, there's Dan Dillon. I was just talking about the whole Cobalt Press booth, Dan, and how you and I might stop over and say hello since we're DMing on their channel. By the way, if you didn't catch World Tree Burns last night, get your butt over there and watch the VOD. It got to be quite hysterical at one point. A few points, actually. So that's the somber gray on the pants. Somber gray over here. Put that over there. I always stack the paints off to the side so I can add them in once I'm done. Now, I think I'm going to make the overcoat red, which means the vest I'm going to do in the night blue. How appropriate, night blue. So let's get that going. I haven't used night blue in ages. I do shake these up, but every so often I just try and do it a little bit more. What else? Think. We have the train stream on Friday again. I know last week it was on Thursday. That was because I went and I had lunch with James and Necrosso and the lovely gentleman of Nerdarchy on Friday. We had a lot of fun just catching up and chatting with each other. Good stuff. It's always good when you can hang out with buddies in the industry because it's just, they speak your language. Literally, you can sit there and geek out over things and people aren't like, what are you talking about? Is Kobold going to be at Mace? Not that I'm aware of. No, Mike, I don't believe so. I guess I'd be the closest approximation to it at this point. No, I don't think they are going to be at Mace. Definitely, yeah. That's something where you'd have to check with Jeff Smith, the one who coordinates the stuff at Mace. I haven't heard word of it at all. So, All right, let me tip you. This is where it's going to get fun because we have all of these little bitty details. All right, let me get in here. I might have to switch to a smaller brush. Yeah, I'm going to switch to a smaller brush for this one, I think. Hold on. We're doing some camera switches. 1 minute, please. I need to adjust my camera. Up. If you're seasick, I'm sorry. Bring this up and then get to a smaller brush. This is a nook and cranny miniature, so I might have to be adjusting the camera every so often. So forewarning people. Because I need to tip this in more so I can see that you can see as well. So let me pull this mat back. Reduce some of the noise of my shirt, which says, nope, not today. Bruce, it boils down to, if you want, I can't afford to keep forking over the money on my own dime to go to these conventions in different states. If you know of a convention where you would like to see me, speak to the coordinators and request my presence is really what you need to do. And that's with any type of personality out there that you would like to interact with and see at conventions. It really does help if you make a point of reaching out to the coordinators and say, hey, there is this influencer, this personality, what have you. that I'd really like to see at your convention. This is their contact information. Could you maybe reach out to them and consider bringing them in? A lot of times that helps us because we really can only do so much. And that's why, honestly, I need to sit down and look at my budget for 2020 and see what I can do. So it's not a no, but it's a I can't do it on my own. Sad to say. Especially because I already do have a good chunk of East Coast conventions already on the docket. So that's my response to what I do Florida. If they invited me and it was one of those all expenses paid, sure, I could definitely swing that. Anything else is going to be touch and go. Unfortunately. And don't forget, I also have to juggle the fact that I have kids. So it's one of those, if I can manage the time to do it, fantastic. If it doesn't jive, it's just not going to jive. I mean, God, my oldest came home with 3 different permission slips. One was for archery, which he's been doing. He's done archery for a while, which I'm totally fine with. It's like, yes, let's do archery. Hold on. There you go. So that's with the night blue. So I'm all for his wanting to do archery. He enjoys it. It's great for him. Then he brought home the theater permission slips because he's in middle school now, which means that they do plays and musicals. And he brought home the one where he wants to be in the cast and he was actually saying, oh, I want to do crew too. And it's like, time out. Hold on. You've got a lot going on here, kiddo. But having been a former theater geek girl, I was thrilled to bits that he wanted to participate. So we had a discussion about what's feasible, what really can be done on his part time-wise. So he's going to audition for some parts and we'll see what happens for him. But that's going to keep me busy because then you're like going back and forth to pick him up from practice. So I have to be very careful. Let's see here. Quinian says if someone pays me or at least carpools. Yeah, one of my kids being in a drama. Qui surprise. I have no idea where they get it from. Nope, not at all. And the funny thing is they send home this, hey, how could you as a parent help? And a lot of it was like, you could do set design, you could do scenery painting, you could do prop making. And I'm like, yes, I could. I don't have the time. What did I sign up for? Ironing the costumes. I'm not kidding. That I can do, but trying to keep up with what I'm making and all that loveliness, it just was not going to. Nope. I know can do. I absolutely know can do. Okay, I think that's really all I need of the night. Where is the shadow coming from? That's bugging me today. But there he goes with the blue. So now I'm going to switch over to doing the red for the overcoat. One of the youngins has been bit by the drama bug. Oh, he's actually, they both are into it. They both get a kick out of trying different voices and just being creative and imaginative. And again, I have no idea where they get it from. None. That's not anything to do with their mother. It totally is. And he loves to sing. He loves to play his clarinet. Again, gets that from me. So for me, I want to encourage it, but it was one of those things I'm like, you can't do both crew and cast. Pick your poison. So he picked cast. And they're both in Boy Scouts, so that's another time crunch. So all this factors into my own availability. Because, I want to make sure I'm there for my kids to do stuff with them too. I mean, God, with soccer season alone, I am buzzing around like crazy every single evening almost. I think we have Tuesdays free is how it works out for us. Let's see. He'll graduate to Legolas shield surfing archery from, oh God, could you imagine? That would be pretty funny. Legolas. If you want to act, you'll DM. Release your inner Shatner. Which is fine, Brent. If that's where you're good, then good. Yeah, I played clarinet too, and then I moved on to oboe. Clarinet was like for 3 years, and oboe was for 2. And then, because I moved around so much as a kid, I have no idea. We still have the clarinet I used. What color? Oh, I picked up terracotta. Whoa, that's not the color I wanted. This is not the color I'm using. This is not the color you want to use. I want Scarlet Red. That's what I was looking for. I don't know what happened to my oboe. I do play the piano too, self-taught. So we have a keyboard upstairs that every so often I'll just fiddle around with a keyboard and that type of thing. And, you know, the kids, they like playing on the keyboard too. It has like one of those instructional follow the lights type of thing, and they'll play around with that. Glad your kids got their mom brain, but still have your artistic creativity. Yeah, our kids basically got everything from both of us, and they're smart, they're creative, they're strong-willed, because, you know, hey, there's a shocker. So I'm going to make his coat this lovely Scarlet Red. Again, this is all Vallejo Game Color Line. Scarlet, oh, red. Gone with the Wind. That was a book I loved. Well, and that's just it, Brent. That's why there's only so much he can do. And that's why I told him he can't do cast and crew. We really try and limit it to 2 things each season. So they can't, there comes a season where it's like you really can't take on a sport because they already have other things happening. All right, here we go in with the Scarlet Red. The red cats are coming, the red cats are coming. Yeah, my brain just went there. I love that red though. It's a good red. Man, I'm just chattering away, aren't I? Well, and that's just it. We also play D&D. Hi, Iris. No sound? Iris will watch. She won't have the audio going because she'll be at work. Or are you at work? Actually, she's gonna be working from home soon because she makes these amazing dice accessories, which you need to check out. And hello, AXDhan. Some of these names I'm like, I don't know. I am not sure. I do not know the order in which you want that to be said. I will do my best. Let's swing you over because I am gravitating right today. Doo-doo-doo. So yes, we're moving into October. I'm not kidding. For me, October is, don't get me wrong, Christmas is lovely and wonderful and all that jazz. But I love myself a good Halloween. I enjoy getting dressed up and everything like that. Man, this guy is like itty bitty living space. Am I getting that in frame? Doo-doo-doo. So, I've mentioned it. I already know what I'm wearing for my costume. Gonna be Morticia. Oh, I keep forgetting to get the wig, though. I have got to order that wig. Hold on, I gotta look at him closely for a second. Yeah, alright. There's a point where the cape has like this fur shoulder piece to it. I just want to make sure I'm painting the sleeve and not the cape. So this is part of the sleeve right through here. There's actually a really cool haunted hayride by where I live. Because I'm out in farm country. Yes, I'm in New Jersey, but I'm literally where it is the Garden State, and there's all these farms and everything. And these people have a farm that they do a haunted hayride type thing. Super popular with the locals, especially the high school kids that get a kick out of it. Some of them work there even. But it's funny because some nights, I swear, you can hear people like going, ah! I did not add water to the color. No, these are actually, the colors I'm picking up are very much thin enough, or I'm applying them thinly onto the miniature itself, so I'm not worrying about thinning my paints in this case. I know the default joke is thin your paints! You don't always have to thin the paints. You just have to be careful about the layer upon which you place the paints as well. Oh, this is the mini of 1,002 different angles. I'm speaking in hyperbole. Not really that many angles, although it's starting to feel that way. It's starting to feel that way, I'll tell you. He has arm bracers too, so I think those will be the smoky ink Yeah, I'll make those smoky ink. Or should I make it black? He would coordinate, wouldn't he? Strahd would coordinate his accessories. Yeah, no, I don't think the rest of the family will be doing Adam's family. The youngest is thinking vampire. He wants to suck your blood. Blah, blah, blah. I think a lot of that does come from Hotel Transylvania, quite frankly. I don't know who the hubs is going to be. He likes to kind of dance to the Avengers. Who does he have left? He could be Doctor Strange. He could be... He's done Captain America. He's done Iron Man. He won't do Spider-Man. Trying to think what else. The Hulk. That would be pretty funny. All right, so still going with this crimson. Or scarlet, I should say. Oh. Now I'm just getting fussy trying to reach things. But this is exactly why I said I'm going to wait and work my way inside out, because there are little lips and whatnot getting onto the cape, and I knew that was going to happen. Oh. Get the angle right. All right, here we go. I may actually... Yeah, I need to jump to an even smaller brush, believe it or not. Now we're getting very, very tiny, very small. So let me jump down to a smaller brush. Go as yourself this year. Why not? Hello, my name is. Just slap that onto your shirt. Put your name on it. You're going as yourself. Oh, you and Jen were Morticia Gomez last year, Miguel. That's fun. That's definitely fun. I agreed. Angelica Houston as Morticia was fantastic. I love it. If you follow me on Twitter, I definitely use a lot of the Morticia memes because of, you know, expression and stuff. Is that, no, this is the one I wanted. Close, but no cigar. No, I got the right one. See, nice little pointed tip. Although really, both actresses who've played Morticia are wonderful. But yeah, I like breaking up the Morticia memes for various reactions. Oh yeah, we're just gonna have to paint over that strap because this is tight quarters. Tight quarters, for sure. I might get quiet on you guys because I need to concentrate. What time are we? Okay, so we're at 12:42, so almost. All right, thank you, Miguel. Thanks for jumping in. The only reason why I'm able to give my costume as much thought is because it's basically the dress that I wore for the Barovian Ball, D&D in a Castle. That's what I'm wearing. Takes the guesswork out. It is a long black dress with long black sleeves that kind of are floaty. And it's that mermaid trumpet skirt type of look. It's basically a Morticia dress. So it was really like, okay, I'll just get a long black wig and I'll be going as Morticia. That's how it evolved. Because dang it, I wanted another reason to wear that dress. It's a comfy dress too. I like it. Man, nooks and crannies, nooks and crannies. Let's flip him right side up so you guys can see the progress on him. He's getting there. And again, this is getting that Nuln Oil run. So a lot of these aren't going to be as vivid and bright. They will be muted down because of that. Oh, Lord. A little bit that needs to go there. Ah, yep, that's another spot right there. My goodness, Strahd. Dude's got accessories like crazy. There are chains and medals, it looks like. Medals, not with a D, medals. Oh, you have a carnival thing on Friday. That's fun. Yeah, I mean, our area gets into celebrating stuff. They do like a fun trunk or treat for our kids at the school. Do not at me about trunk or treat and how it's lazy. We are in a very rural area where it isn't safe for children to go trick or treating in our roads. because there's no street lights and the homes are sometimes like a mile apart from each other. So the trunk or treat is a great way for the kids to be able to go trick or treating with their friends, and just stopping by the different cars and saying hi to the parents and everything. So I am an advocate of trunk or treat for our area big time because of that. Otherwise, the option is you have to shuttle your kids into town so they can go trick or treating in the different neighborhoods where the houses are actually, you know, within walking distance of each other. That's part of his cloak. Okay. Yeah, I'm still in frame. This is where it's getting tricky because I need to make sure I'm hitting what I want to hit and not overstep my bounds. And honestly, when it comes to trick-or-treating for our house, we don't even have to get like those pound bags. It's literally just get the normal size bags and we're good. And we'll go from there. I like the little song side conversation Mike and Brent are having in there. Very nice. Where's that? Oh, come on. All these little nooks and crannies. Yeah, I'm liking this color combination on him better than the other thing we had going with the original art. All right, I'm gonna get that collar. Oh, this is gonna be fun. You can still see what I'm doing. I'm getting quiet. I'm concentrating. Man, Strahd might be a two-parter. He's got a lot of details. Rent Mr. North. That's actually ringing a very dim bell. I think I have seen that one. I'm one of those people who, yes, I will have seen a movie. I am so bad at remembering the names of movies. Sometimes even actors and actresses. So, quite possibly, yes, I have seen that. I think I have. I'd have to look at the IMDb on it. Go as Uncle Fester, Brent. There you go. Can you do the light bulb trick? You put the light bulb in your mouth and it lights up? I mean, that would be a fun thing to craft. What am I doing? Oh, yes, I'm trying to get the collar around his neck now. Pardonnez-moi as I get quiet again, darlings. I think I'll definitely make his hair. I'm not going to make his hair like jet black. Nope, nope, nope. That's not going to be what I'm going to do. Converse in modern movie. Yeah, of course. I mean, you got to throw in some good movie quotes here and there every so often, couldn't you? That's just the way of things. I mean, I do it. Some people get them. Some people go way over the head. I got a little bit more there to get. Underneath the ear. Be very, very careful. I'm gonna go back over here. There's a little bit spot I missed. There we go. A little bit there. Yeah, I'm liking those colors better. Doodaloo. Pull some off the brush. Yep. Oh, are you kidding me? Rory has been climbing on top of my art desk. It's basically, oh yeah, no, I know it is. It's just, it's a funny, there are ways to do it. It's just funny seeing people pop the light bulb in the mouth and you get the glowing effect. All right, I think that's everything for the crimson coat. Now I just need to go in and do his cape up. Like I said, the little fiddly bits, those I'm going to focus on last for sure. Did we say with the arm bracers? Think black? thinking black for the arm bracers. That'll be the best way to do it. Hello, Cal. Nice to see you join us. You snuck in on me. All right, let me get a little bit more black because I actually used it all up on the boots. Those boots. I don't need much. I just need a little bit of black, and I'm going to put that onto the arm bracers. Do-do-do. Lauren Bacall. Wait, why are we talking about Lauren Bacall? I got myself lost with that comment. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's fantastic. Lovely, lovely actress. Alright, let me go through here. Yeah, definitely braciers are black. The ombres are black. Back in black. Now I will be going back and doing the highlighting. That's why I'm thinking this guy's going to be a two-parter. Hello, Paolo! Yeah. Yeah, we're going with the black. You know, Strahd's got his lovely flare, so let's keep that flare going. I think what I may even do is get the main colors on. Pulling back up in frame. Get the main colors on. I think I'm going to do another Nuln Oil wash. And then go back in and do the highlighting. Yeah, I like that for the arm bracers. I'm telling you, this sword has been an irritation. Its memory is ridiculous. And I have tried, and it's just not being nice to me. So I'm going to see if I can play around with it in terms of hiding some stuff with paint and highlighting it in certain ways. But yeah, it's not a it's not one of those ones where you can fix it easily. Lord knows I've been trying to this whole week, and I got to the point I'm like, you know what? I don't want to break it from over manipulating it. So I'm just trying to be very careful again, because this is a collector's item. I really don't want to screw with it too much. Preserve as much of it as I can without any issues. Tickle, tickle, tickle. So yeah, that's kind of where I've landed with this whole dancing sword. It was honestly one of those things I'm quite tempted to see. I don't even know if he has a flaming sword though. So, I don't know. We shall cross that bridge when we get to it, darlings. And again, I've never played Curse of Strahd. Ever. Nope, nope, nope. That's one of the ones that has not come across my path as a player. And I would definitely want to play it. I don't want to DM it. I want to play. I want to be a vampire. I was totally obsessed with vampires. I did the whole Anne Rice series and whatnot. Even before Anne Rice, there were books that I'd gravitate toward. I was not a gothic child, but I was not a gothic, like, dressed in goth, but I loved, like, Victorian gothic novels, that type of thing. So, that was right up my alley. Just making sure, I think. Yeah, I'm liking that. Caymen. Well, take that up with the people who sculpted this one, Mike. That's beyond my control. I used to be able to play Gomez, but time has morphed for me to... Oh. Okay, so here we go with that. We're getting there. I just need to get into doing his cape. And this I'm going to do... What color fur do I want to make that? I'm going to leave that last. Cantriel. Cantriel. Cantriel would have a great time with Strahd. Oh, I love steampunk stuff. I mean, hello. I'm making Zobek terrain, which is essentially, it's got some very strong steampunk-esque qualities to it with gears and metalworking and fun stuff like that. So yes, I like it. Yeah, if it were mine, Jonathan, I would have nixed the blade, quite frankly. But like I said, not mine. Not mine to fiddle with too much. I don't want to jeopardize its valuable quality, so to speak. So I'm not playing with it. White, that's what I was thinking. Like white fur, I might even like do like little dots of black for like an ermine-like look. So definitely that's going to be left for the very end. Oh, cold tea break. Yummy. All right, that was a color I used. I did not use Ghost Gray yet. So now I think we're at the point where we'll do the cape purple. Yes, let's get the cape going. And then we'll start working on the other bits. I may honestly wait on doing his facial features and hair until his body's all painted. I tend to save the faces for last whenever I do miniatures. That's just sort of... but did I join the Camarilla for LARPing Vampire? Not yet. We'll see. It's honestly, that's kind of on the would be nice list. Will we see him Viper? Well punned. Will we? Since I'm drifting, let me fix slightly. There we go. It quite possibly. I don't know. I would love to jump into a Masquerade or Requiem, quite frankly. That would be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. There is absolutely not a dark side to me. No! I can't even say it with a straight face. I'm purely wholesome and wonderful. No, I would really love to do that. Oh, this is the dark blue. This is not the purple I wanted. Hold on. 1 moment, please. There's royal purple. Oh, we have some who are pro pun and some who are not so much pro of the puns. As I throw around my bottles. So I'm doing royal purple. Again, all Vallejo game. But because I grabbed the wrong purple, I now have to shake this sucker up. Boo! Boo! That's okay. That's all right. I thought it was funny. That was well played with the word. Will we see him straddle the horse? Yes, you will. You know who would be fun to have in the chat for this one, although she's working very hard right now. Kelly the Opera Geek. She's got a performance in Florida. I think it's near Jacksonville. I gotta look that back up again. But she's in rehearsals right now. But it would have been fun to have her, just for her 2 cents into things. Did my... Oh. Restore chat. This is getting old. All right, we're going to do this because my monitor, once again, I don't know if it's timing out or what's going on, but it just sort of turned itself off. I got to look into that and see what's happening. Whereas now this means, yeah, I'm not going to mix this mic. I don't want to do that. Hello, Tautopotamus. So, did I pour this out yet? I don't think I did. So onto royal purple, which is quite dark enough on its own. Quite happy with that color. That's going to go onto his cape. And away we go. Get the inside first. Chances are this might involve a couple of coats too. Just having worked with this color before. Mine, for some reason, can get very streaky. And again, the plastic of this mini, it's a curious combination in and of itself. It's a little bit more stiff and brittle than other plastics or resins. So I'm just going to be very careful with it. I forgot about this song. I like this one. Sorry, I'm being careful around the body, but then I get further out and it's like, wee! All right, hold on. Spinning contact lens. And what are you saying? All right, Mac Attack, thank you for joining us. Yeah, it is a thin paint, Mike. That's why I said it might need a couple coats. It's always been a very thin paint for me. I don't want to do the trick of mixing in other colors with it because I want to keep it to its tone where it's at. Yoink. What I am going to do is I'll jump over to the one I just had out before. That's going to be used for its highlighting colors. All your terrain contains some steampunk facet. Well, that's really cool, Dungeon Mom, or Dungeon Matron. You'll appreciate what I'm going to be making over the next few months then for Zobek. You know, Zobek's basically the home of the gear forge, not the war forge. Dan, that's your fault. Someone said Warforge last night, and then I'm stumbling over that suddenly. But yeah, so because you have that all factored in and whatnot, I'm bringing that into the aesthetic for sure. I mean, even the message board that I made, that I posted on Instagram, Twitter, and on my Facebook page, that had a clock on it, and there's some gears that are up in the eaves as well. Hello, Maharishi! Ooh, corporate training, boo. Ugh. Training of any type, boo. I am not a fan. Yeah, this is definitely the purple I want. This is the purple I did want. Yes, please. You should not work for yourself. Yeah, that's not fun. That's not, yeah, I agree. Working it over your lunch, that's kind of, really? They did that? Let me get up here. I'm kind of debating. This section right here, I almost want to paint it the somber gray. I don't know. I'm gonna think about that. I'll get this little fold here. I just might. I know I got quiet again. Sorry. Let me think. I need to think. He's got the shield on the back that I'll address as well when it comes time to do the accessories. This is definitely one of those minis where I can tell because my contacts are spinning already. I'm going to have to do him in spurts. Self-employment is the best. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Everything has its trade-offs. Corporate, self-employed, public sphere, public sector, I should say. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Right? Yeah, see, that's what I'm kind of leaning towards, doing that little caplet. I'm going to leave that be for now and think on it. I can already tell the way my eyes are feeling. I'm probably going to get the cape painted up, and then we'll have to call it on him. Because he's a majorly focus-a-lot miniature, and my eyes are getting tired. Also doesn't help that it's like the worst time of year for allergies for me, because, you know, goldenrod. Eating should be enjoyed and not just a necessity. Theoretically, I agree. However, for me, normally it's the, did I dodge the bullet or did I eat something that made me sick? Designing a rotating steampunk observatory using clear plastic lid from Smoothie. Oh, nice. Hey, Dungeon Matron, are you in my Discord yet? If not, check that link out in my description below. Would love to see that. That would be really cool. I love having the Discord for that very reason, so people can share their creations and what they've been making. It's been a lot of fun to see. A couple people have been very prolific in their terrain and their miniature painting, and they've been sharing some loveliness. And again, it's I do have that Facebook group too, but Facebook's like Tumbleweed Central anymore, I swear. It's like, oh, Facebook, yeah. You do have the Tabletop Crafters Guild. That's definitely a more active group. That's myself and the other 4 guild masters, as well as, God, we're almost at 30,000 people, folks, on that group. That's insane. Ooh, fish tacos. that sounds good. And then my mind went to poke bowls. I love poke. I make a mean poke bowl. I really do. We'll get the ingredients at the local grocery store, and I'll get everything prepped and ready for it, and then it's sort of a build your own bowl for dinners. We'll do that like once a month. I enjoy doing that. We do salmon and tuna. I get like avocado and ginger and carrots, and parsnips is actually really good in poke bowls, believe it or not. Just all that loveliness. And we're still going with the popol. My used to say popol. Yeah, popol. But yeah. Homemade, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. I love my poke sauce. I've taken a few different recipes and sort of worked one of my own into creation, and it's yummy. It's quite yummy. I enjoy it. Oh, we're getting to that time of year too where it's kind of like I'm debating turning on the space heater. Doodly-doo. My walk this morning was lovely. The leaves are starting to change color, and I got a lot of inspiration for what I'm going to be working with. I must keep my sushi. Sushi is like one of my best friends in terms of food, in my bizarre diet. So it was lovely walking around and seeing all these trees starting to change color. We have a beautiful amount of oranges and golds that are sort of dappling across our maples and oak trees in the area. And I did see some red peeking through, which was fun to see. But there is this gathering of fern underneath a copse of trees. And it was this rich, pale gold bleeding into sort of almost a celadon green combination of colors. And it was just, oh, it was beautiful. So I was like mentally taking notice. I was walking around. I'm like, oh, this would be good for the grove when it comes time to my game for the last air and things like that. So yeah, I got a lot of lovely descriptive inspiration for Sunday. Heads up on that one. I will be waxing poetic. I also have a feeling it's going to be a pretty heavy RP type of game on Sunday, just from what my players are kind of gearing themselves up towards and doing, which is totally fine. I mean, quite frankly, after the last session, I went back to the drawing board and tweaked a lot. But I loved this concept they've come up with that I want to work with them on and have them explore, because I think it could be a really neat direction to go in, and how they shape it out will dictate what I decide to do even further with this idea. Trying to avoid the fur. Can you even see that? Hold on. Can you see and can I see at the same time? That is the question. There we go. That's better. Yay! Not a lot of autumn colors in south. I know, that does kind of happen, doesn't it? A little bit further south, you don't quite get the bleed over, because normally we have the browns, the golds, the yellows, reds. There's even like some intense like deep red purples that happen with some of the trees we have in our area. It's lovely. Honestly, autumn is like my favorite season. Surprise why Halloween is my favorite holiday. Go figure. Let me see here. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Now that the chat's so much smaller, I'm like, what did you say?
Let me lean in here, darlings. Let me see what you have to say.
Still in the 80s. We had the 80s a couple days ago. No snow. No, hell no snow. No. No. I don't want to deal with that S word yet. I will cry. I will cry. Okay, now I gotta get up in here. How am I gonna get up in there? I think that might be my best bet. There we go. I am gonna have to pull out a frame. I can tell there's this one little angle I cannot get in frame. So he's taking a little ride with me right now, because there's no way. There's absolutely no way, folks. It's such a tucked in part. I'm still using the same color, same brush, same mini. I just can't see it. So allow me to adjust. Now I did get to work for the cobblestone terrain that I did on Thursday last week. I did manage to get all the panels that are going to Kobold pulled together. They're getting prepped and almost ready. I just have to seal them. And then I added a really fun feature that I'm going to show you guys on Friday morning just to sort of help with its functionality. So I'm really looking forward to showing you this quick little thing I tossed in for it. Oh, lake effect in Cleveland. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is the cape. I'm just making sure I got all of it. I think I did. And that's definitely... Oh, hold on. Hold on. Is that... Are you fur or are you part of the cape? Nope, that's part of the cape. Okay. Like I said, there's a lot of itty-bittiness going on here. Can I reach you without... I can.
I can.
Yeah, this is why I'm waiting to do the hair and the skin. Because there is just a little bit. And the fur itself. Alright, I think that... Hold on.
1 moment, please.
Almost. Nope, there's a little bit. There's this larger medallion with like a creepy face on it too. That's definitely part of the cape too. Yep. That's better. Yeah, that's better. That gets all of the... Stuck between two major rivers. Strahd is looking proper. Well, I mean, a Strahd. Strahd's got to look the part of a well-to-do gent. Absolutely.
I like it.
All right, so what I'm going to do to wrap him up for today, I am going to put the somber gray on that part of his caplet. And then we're also going to put, do I want to do somber gray? Hold on, bear with me. No, I'm going to do cold gray on the fur. And that'll be its base color before I go in with white. Or actually dead white. So that'll be the focus. There we go. So yeah, somber gray is going to go right there. And then I'm going to do the cold gray on the fur. And then I think we're going to call it for Strahd for today because my eyes are starting to cross. I'm not surprised. He's got ippity-bippity details. Bitty details. So yeah, I'm going to need to get to the bitty details with fresher eyes. So we're basically treating this as like the fresh first layer. And then I'll get all these colors on. I am going to do a Nuln Oil wash between this two. So keep that in mind. All right, we're putting you over there because I'm using you. I'm using you. What did I do with somber gray? I just had it. That's ghost gray. Cold gray. Oh, there you are. Somber gray. Before you go, can you say hello to my Chrissy? We're gamers. Hello, Chrissy. Who's Chrissy? DJ Ghostman. Welcome and hello. It's always nice to have people joining us and hanging out with us. Oh, very cool. Still looks cool. Thank you, Brent. Thank you very much. Hold on. I would die in Illinois. We've been in the mid-high. I don't mind the heat. Like, take me to Arizona and I'm a happy camper. It's the humidity. Tossing the humidity, I'm not happy. To the point I make a voice about it. I'm not happy. Ooh, that's a lot of paint on there. There we go. Right, here we go in with a somber gray. Yeah. That makes me... Yep. That's better. Bottom me, Strahd. We gotta make sure your accessories are popping. I'm not talking for this part because this is a hard angle to get. Okay, there we go. So there we go with the somber gray. I like that. Oh, the humidity. Not a fan. But oh my gosh, I went to Arizona and I loved the heat. Felt so lovely. It was wonderful. Oh yeah. Scalp massage. This is how I know I've been squinting a lot. And like the sides of my face are just like tightening up. Ah, chilly. Boston! Well, hello to you in Boston. Yeah, I like wolf gray too, but I'm going to do the cold gray. Because again, I want to keep it cooler tones. Huh? Go figure. Cold gray. Need to be shaken. Not stirred. Brent who's saying, oh, there you go. Okay. Now I see what you mean. I'll take the heat. Happily. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's looking good with the other colors. So that's going to go on the furry part. And I think once we get that on there, I'm not using that fine tip one. I'm going to move up a brush level. Switching brushes again, just because of the texture. I don't want to ruin my really fine tip. The thumbnail palette. I'm surprised it's just a thumbnail, because I will also dance it down my wrist. Quite notorious for that one. Because of this texture, I'm sort of taking the paintbrush and poking into it as well. Pokey, pokey. Speaking of poke. Poke, poke. So we finished up our Nerdarchy game on Friday. We were just... God, as players, we were just so beer and pretzel mode. We were goofing around, and give Ted credit, we were just everywhere on Friday. But we're getting together tomorrow night to do our session 0 for the next game, season 4. So I don't even know what I'm going to play yet. She says that she's automatically thinking Ranger. We shall see. I am leaning towards Ranger just because I love myself a good Ranger. I don't have a type, not at all. No type whatsoever. Still poking with the Sombre. Yep. Yep. But I do like this color. This is good. This is good. Oh, this is a fun one. I don't even get where I need it to be. Hold on. I'm not even kidding. My contact's spinning. Round and around and around it goes. Please play a gnome ranger. I have played a gnome before, and she was a druid. Gwendolyn Lightfoot. That was my 3.5. First PC ever made. I tend to flock more towards female characters. I have played Drow Ranger. He was Nightshade. He was fun. He had attitude. I enjoyed playing him. You're playing an Artificer Gnome. Wasn't there a video clip featuring a monastery? In what? One of my videos? I'm trying to think of what you mean there. Now I need to go back in really quick and get some Scarlet red back. I slipped. Alright, that's it for this cold gray on the there's a little slip I need to fix right there, though, really quick, since I do have the Scarlet. Yeah, Scarlet, right? Yeah, Scarlet. Oh, red! Gnomes are fun. I really enjoy. She had a Panther mount, which came into play, and he got to be a lot of fun to use as an auxiliary party member. I'm just fixing where I got a little bit too overzealous. Yeah, that's better. Yoink. Okay, so we have our base colors on Strahd, and yes, my eyes are getting too tired now at this point. Wah. So we're going to pick up with Strahd again next week. In the in-between, I am going to give him another wash with Gnome Oil, where I've painted colors. So that'll bring those out a little bit more, and then I can go in and start doing the highlighting and also start doing the finer details on the accessories like the shield and the sword and the chains and the whatnot that go all around the frontage, as well as his sword of misbehaving. I don't know. His sword is just... So he's getting there. He's moving along. I'm definitely liking this color scheme better, though, than the bright blues and stuff they had going on with the original packaging. Which, here, I'll bring that back out. So this is what originally was going on. Yeah, I'm not nuts about that. That just, I don't know. I'm much happier with that. So that's what I've done with him so far. So we're going to have more Strahd next week. More Strahd all the time. I am not going to work on the base on stream. That's a very straightforward base. I'm going to basically paint it up to like rocks. I might put in some flocking that I have. I usually don't do flock, but it's one of those things where I think for this it is necessary. So I'll get that done off screen, and then I'll take glamour shots once he's all assembled together. Once I get Strahd done, oh geez, we're moving into the patron selection again. So the patrons will vote on a mini that I'll paint up, and then I will also be working on Mad Maggie, which Scott had also sent along to get done. So that is it for me for today. Thank you so much for joining me. The chat, you are always lovely and wonderful to have. Lovely to see some new names. Lovely to see the usuals. Don't forget Friday, I'm doing the terrain side of things. So I will be working on a well. I want to make a well for the city for Zobek. So join me then. I'll show you how I make my shingles. This fun little thing I've started doing for shingles that seemed to be quite well received after doing the message board. And that'll be the plan for Friday. It'll be a well with some building up with some foam core, cardboard, and some wooden dowels. Some very basic, simple supplies. So thank you again for joining me. I cannot wait to see you Friday afternoon, starting again at noon Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And yeah, should be a lot of fun. So take care, everyone. Have a fantastic, wonderful Wednesday. And I'll see you on the flip side on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, the usual socials. So take care, everyone. Bye.